Hello and welcome to your reading for Scorpio season. I'm Christie with Reaching Better Alternatives, here to bring you insights for this next sun cycle. Scorpio is the time of year where we start to do that deep introspective work. Scorpio rules over shared resources, deep psychic connections, death, and taxes. We have Halloween during Scorpio season, Dia de los Muertos if you are Latina, where the veil is the thinnest between this life and the next. And this is where spirits start to come through. It's the time of year when the days are beginning to get much shorter. And so we have less external energy and more internal energy. We have the longer nights, more time for that deep introspective work. We're going to feel a little more tired, perhaps. And that's okay, right? That's our natural rhythm. We shouldn't fight against that, even though our modern world has told us that we should, right? The Industrial Revolution has really kind of made life a little harder in some ways, easier in many other ways, but we now have tools to go against our natural rhythms and to not honor the self. The archetype for the Scorpio season is the hermit energy, seeking solitude to focus intently on the inner life. How appropriate. Serving personal creativity. Now, in tarot, the hermit represents the Virgo energy, but I am feeling like this is definitely very akin to Scorpio energy, especially in this card with all the black in the back. And you can see he's holding open his coat and he's exposing his heart, letting the light from within come without. The shadow energy of the hermit is withdrawing from society out of fear or negative judgment of others, refusing to help those in need. So being right, you think of the hermit, the angry old man in the woods who doesn't want to talk to anybody and, get off my yard, right? And so there's always a positive and a negative, a light and a dark, a limit and a serve, to every aspect, to every archetype, right? Where alone time is essential to go within, to examine the self, to ask yourself the hard questions that need to be looked at for self-reflection, for personal growth. But are you withdrawing so deeply that you reject the world around you entirely, right? People need people to survive. While we can live on our own, our modern day technology gives us the illusion that we can survive on our own, but it is just an illusion. People need people to survive. Even though you live alone, someone else more than likely built your house. Someone else grew the food that you were buying from the grocery store. Someone else built the car that you are driving. So even though you are on your own, you are still surviving as a result of the work of other humans, right? And so it's important to remember and to honor that and to live in gratitude for that. But it's also okay to shut out the world, right? The world is very noisy. It can be very overwhelming and very distracting and can keep us from doing that deep internal work that keeps us in check, that keeps us in integrity, that allows us to grow, right? Like the flower bulbs every fall retract in the fall, in the winter, so that they can grow again in the spring, right? Tulips are probably the most well-known example of this. So we all need this time to go within, to be quiet, to rest, to internalize, so that we can again be external, but a newer version of ourselves, right? A more improved version of ourselves. We need to reflect on that light within. So I love that the hermit energy is coming up. I'm going to be pulling 6 cards, kind of just looking at what's going to be coming up energy-wise in the solar month of Scorpio. Oh, Page of Pentacles and 9 of Swords, on the split. Interesting. All right, final shuffle here. So I go live on Facebook every Sunday afternoon at 2 p.m. to do a weekly community reading. And this past week, the first card for the weekly community reading was 8 of Wands. So this is still very much relevant energy showing up for us. You can find me on Facebook at Christie Spirka. The link to find me is in the show notes. Okay, so we have 8 of Wands, 5 of Pentacles reversed, Queen of Pentacles reversed, Ace of Swords, 8 of Cups, and Queen of Swords reversed. So we have 2 queens on the table. Let me see. Well, so 8 of Wands is about focused intention, taking action with intention and direction, focus and movement forward. This is not the time to be stagnant. So this is really kind of an interesting dichotomy. Let's see what's on the bottom of the deck. 10 of Cups. An interesting dichotomy, right? The Hermit energy is about going within and finding stillness, and the 8 of Wands is about movement and focus. So let's look at more at these cards. 5 of Pentacles reversed is disallowing. 5 of Pentacles is about acknowledging the help, the help that is waiting for us. We just need to merely show up and ask for it. But there's a lot of resistance here showing up. This could be a limiting mindset that is preventing you from feeling free to go out from the cold. Again, that Hermit energy is coming to mind here. Get off my lawn. I love that. Is kind of coming up. There's some really interesting conflicting energy here. Queen of Pentacles is like the working mom energy, right? Providing for your family, creating abundance, caring for those around you. But it's reversed. We might need to really focus on caring for ourselves. Some self-care could be necessary. Ace of Swords, new identity, new belief system. 8 of Cups, moving forward, leaving the past behind. That's interesting. 4 of the 6 cards are reversed. So there's a lot of internal struggle with moving forward, right? And again, this is why Scorpio season is a great time for internal reflection. When we are stuck, when we're not allowing ourselves to move forward, we get caught up in vicious cycles over and over again. We have to be willing to ask ourselves the hard questions. We have to be willing to acknowledge when we are in self-sabotage patterns and we are not allowing ourselves to move forward. What is it that we're holding on to? What is the subconscious limiting beliefs that we're holding on to? The sabotage patterns that we are holding on to? We have 2 8s on the table. So we have 8 of Wands, 8 of Cups. So we're being called to move forward, but there's some like sadness and some grief that we're holding on to that's really keeping us stuck. There's lots of new ideas floating around, but we can't get over our past identity, our past self. And Queen of Swords, speaking our truth, maintaining boundaries, is also reversed here. It's very fascinating. The Ascended Master that I pulled for extra guidance, the message, is retreat into nature, right? Coming into alignment with natural cycles, honoring our alignment with natural cycles. Maybe there's like this feeling of like pushing too much, too hard, overwhelm, burnout, feeling like we have to go it alone. I feel like there's a lot of feeling like going it alone. I'm just feeling like a lot of loneliness, right? That Hermit energy. There's a lot of loneliness coming through. Interesting. Let me find here. going to do a Moonology Messages Oracle card here to kind of understand where's this loneliness coming from? What is the source? The Moon's Moment, Synchronicity. Interesting. I'm going to read the message from this book, from the guidebook here. The Moon's Moment. There we go. Something is flowing in the right direction for you when this card comes up. Everything is either already falling into place or will do so very soon. Even if you fervently believe that you create your own reality, there are times when events have an almost destined feel, and this is one of those times. You could perhaps attribute it to life unfolding and revealing the lessons our souls need to learn in this lifetime. There is synchronicity at work. You're exactly where you're meant to be, learning the lessons you need to learn. Everything is lining up as it needs to, so trust the process as much as you can and stay optimistic for your desired outcome. Whatever the situation you're asking about, you know that it's not a random development in your life, but a step along your path and meant to teach you. The sooner you pay attention to the lessons, the sooner you'll be able to navigate your way to where you want to go. Divine timing is unfolding. Events now have a purpose. You're in the right place at the right time. Everything happens for a reason, or there is a reason why everything happens. So trusting divine timing, interesting. Again, I'm feeling like this, if there's this feeling of like being stuck in loneliness and maybe some resentment that you're not where you want to be in life. And so we're called to the synchronicity of tuning into nature's cycles. Trust that you are where you are meant to be, and if you're not where you want to be, now's the great time to figure out what steps you need to take to get to where you want to be. What help do you need to ask for? If you're unable to ask for help, if you're unable to speak your truth, doing that deep internal shadow work, what limiting belief, what identity are you attached to that is no longer serving you, right? We can start to create identities around our limiting beliefs, and it can be really hard to disentangle our authentic self from the identity we've created as a result of the conditioning we've experienced up until this point. And so as Scorpio season, there's a real call to go within and to do that work, to disentangle the identity from the authentic self, right? If you want the world to see you a certain way, you have to first see yourself that way. But if you can't see yourself that way, you have to be willing to go within and ask yourself the hard questions. Why can't I see myself this way? What is getting in the way? To allow ourselves to step into the new version of ourselves, to speak our truth and show up authentically in the world. When we do this, we come into harmony with others, right? Sometimes we have to contract before we can first expand. Sometimes we can spend too much time alone, but sometimes we maybe don't spend enough time alone, right? Fill in the blank where this makes sense for you. Take what resonates, leave the rest, right? There's a couple different possibilities. Only you are going to know where this is showing up or how this is showing up in your life. And trust in your own realizations more than in my words, right? My words are just here to guide you to your own realization and awareness. Let your own awarenesses have more weight than my words. So, yeah. This is about taking an active look within, right? There's Wands is fire energy, and he's got the fire within, tuning into that fire, that passion, that purpose. What's driving you forward? There's yellow, again, like the yellow is surrounded by the dark. So there's yellow surrounded by the dark, bringing that power within. There's yellow in the background. Yellow is solar plexus, it's personal power, it's creative passion, or not creative passion, it's your soul purpose, your soul drive, right? Healing Waters Oracle, how can we best serve ourselves? How can we best soothe ourselves as we step into this deep internal work? King Tide, plenty, prosperity, receiving the fullness of life. There we go. Let's read. I love this image. Hopefully it's a little easier to find in this book. There we go. An especially high tide that occurs several times a year when the moon is either new or full and is closest to the earth in its monthly orbit. The king tide swells the waters of the world. The king tide is a time of plenty and abundance. It's a time when everything seems to be at its fullest and most alive. And we just had the new moon in Libra as well, as right before the sun transitioned into Scorpio. This card delivers a message of receiving all that you've created, of opening yourself up to truly enjoy the bounty of where you are while it's here. Like in summer when the days are at their longest and our energy seems to be at its fullest, we are encouraged to brace all of life with open arms, to receive wholly and fully while we can. Perhaps you've been working toward this moment for a very long time. This is your reminder to enjoy it while it's here, to welcome all the knocks on your door, to experience all that life has to offer you right now. This is the card of full-blooming flowers in the season of summer. Enjoy the fruits of your labor. Lie on the soft grass and take in the view. Do what you love and what makes you come most alive. Relish everything about this moment. What you're longing for is ready for you to embrace it. Be ready to receive. So we had the 10 of Cups on the back of the card. Embrace your arms and be ready to receive. But where are you holding yourself back from receiving? And this is where that internal work, the energy of the hermit, how can we release the blocks so that we can step into the energy of receiving? We must take care of ourselves. Honor your natural rhythms. Right. Summer was a time of growth and purpose, right? We have the harvest season, and now we get to enjoy we get to reap what we have sown, and feel supported in that way. But you must be open to accepting and receiving this, right? Elder Otter, play with joy. Be playful. Be playful. Number 31 is showing up. So pay attention to where number 31 is showing up. 8 is going to be showing up. Queens are 13, so we have 1331 coming through. Again, there's Scorpio season is a time for inner reflection, and with that reflection, it's really focusing on how we can allow ourselves to open up and receive the bounty of all that is meant for us. Release that which no longer serves. Release the limiting self-beliefs that you are not worthy, that you are undeserved, right? Just by existing, you are worthy and you deserve it. But we have to go deep within and allow ourselves to fully embrace that identity, so that we can fully receive and know that when you step into that place of radical self-acceptance, that's when everything unlocks for you. So I hope this is helpful. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you would like to schedule a reading, right now I'm offering energy alignment readings for $35. The link to schedule will be in the show notes in the description below. I hope you have a blessed day, and I hope to see you soon. Namaste, my friends.